Billboard's Women in Music Summit. I'm Melinda Newman, Billboard's executive editor, and I am so thrilled to be joined today by Gabby Barrett, the recipient of our Rising Star Award. Hi, Gabby. How are you doing?
Hey, great. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to just start by, you had posted a photo on Instagram of you skiing with your husband, and you said first time skiing. And I was curious, was it
Yeah,
your first time skiing or your first time skiing with your husband? And how did that go?
it was both. First time skiing all together. Really fun. He fell down a lot, but and I also fell down, but it was very fun.
Lots of firsts for you the past couple of years. I mean, the overwhelming success of
Yeah.
I Hope. I was listening to it again for probably the thousandth time. And I have to tell you, the twist still gets me as if I'm hearing it for the first time. Do you think,
Yeah,
you wrote that you were coming out of a relationship? You're so happy now. Do you think you could have written that song now?
definitely not. No, I don't think I could write that now. I was coming from, a high school perspective that had happened a few years prior. I am in a very happy marriage now, so I think I would write that a little bit differently. So I couldn't write that the same, but yeah, that kind of left turn on the song always tended to catch people off by surprise. And so I think that's really what makes the song special and something that people don't see that's coming.
You also are turning these experiences into songs. And if you look at I
Yeah.
Hope versus the good ones, thematically, they couldn't be more different. One is about vengeance, the other is about I really found a good one. How
Yeah.
important is it that you're able to express yourself across a broad spectrum thematically?
I mean, personally, the reason that I got into songwriting in the beginning and writing both of those songs is because I do like to write stories about my life and what's going on. And I think you're getting to kind of know me through my first couple of singles with I Hope. You're getting that kind of high school, relationship that went bad, that I think a lot of people unfortunately go through bad relationships and they're just there. And then the good ones, I found my husband, and so I wrote that song about him in that period of time. And then the future singles that I have also talk about future things and present things. So it means a lot to me to be able to write songs about my life. There's many females that have inspired me to do that, Dolly Parton being one of them, always writing songs about her life and honest instances, and hoping to connect with other people through those stories, because everybody has very similar stories. And that's the amazing thing about being in the songwriting world and being in music and creating that music.
From the start, were you encouraged by the label, since they heard I Hope, that you were going to be a songwriter? You were not going to be just an artist?
So after I had come off of American Idol and just got into town in Nashville and was trying to build my team and figure out, okay, where do I go from here? I had shopped a lot of labels, and none of the labels actually wanted anything to do with me at the time. And so I decided to put my nose to the ground and work on my writing skills. I had no idea if I was capable of writing a song, nothing. But I was thankful that I did get in the room with some wonderful songwriters who taught me how to write songs and formulate them and show me what I was capable of doing.
You won so many awards. I'm not running through them with you here. Is there a pinch me moment for you?
Probably the Billboard Awards, quite honestly.
Well, that's nice of you.
The Billboard Awards, I'm being serious. It was, of course, there's so many moments the past couple of years that have been unbelievable, but the Billboard Awards, I mean, that was, an all genre award show. That's hard to compete with. That's not easy. There's so much talent. You're up there with the A-list people, and up against Carrie Underwood and Maren Morris and all of these, extremely talented people. And so to be able to be the most nominated with 9 nominations and go home with three awards was pretty amazing.
You brought up Dolly and what an inspiration she is. You are going to be co-hosting the ACMs with Dolly and Jimmy Allen. How did that come about? And I would have thought that would have been the pinch me moment.
It's definitely a pinch me moment as well. It's hard to pick pick one. But how did that come about? My manager had called me and said that I had got the offer to be a part of the show with Jimmy and with Dolly. And of course, I was not going to say no to that. I would be foolish to do that. And so I'm really excited about it. It's going to be in Las Vegas on March 7th. I have not met Dolly in person before yet. I've talked to her via, on the phone through a Zoom kind of thing, interviewing her before, but I have not gotten to meet her yet. And it'll be amazing to be able to see her and talk to her and just have a fun night with her.
What's the first thing you think you're going to say to her when you actually meet her at rehearsal?
First thing I'll probably say to her is, glad to finally meet you and see you in person, and just tell her how much she's inspired me in my life and my writing and all of those things. Really, she was one that paved the way for a lot of people.
You mentioned Dolly. Who are some contemporary country artists that you admire?
Shania Twain. It was, Carrie, Miranda, Trisha Yearwood, and Dolly were mainly like my example growing up in the time that I did. I listened to their music and just dug into them and would watch their interviews and watch how they perform and watch how they carry themselves. And I really liked them and always looked up to them as an example.
How do you keep yourself in the real world as your fame increases?
So I'm a very Bible-centered person. My husband are very faith-oriented. And, the Bible does speak about how, that's my position. That's what I'm supposed to be doing, is to be taking care of my household first and foremost. So I take care of my children and I take care of my husband and do, housely things. I do the laundry, I do cook, I do things like that. And that's, what I'm supposed to be doing. And so that's what I stick to and that's what I enjoy. And I find it, joyful to fold the laundry even on a tired day. And it makes me happy that I get to do that for my family and hopefully that I'm pleasing the Lord in doing so.
What are your dreams for yourself now? Do you see yourself as a potential global star? Would you like to have that kind of level of fame? You're talking about balancing, your beliefs and feeling, your role in the house versus your role as a star. Where do you see this evening out?
Wherever the Lord leads it, quite honestly. I don't know exactly where that's going to be. I'm just here for the ride. I would love to eventually sell out Madison Square Garden one day. That would be very cool. That's definitely on a bucket list goal. But of course, my first and foremost role and goal that I'm trying to accomplish is being a good mother to my daughter and raising her correctly.
Is there anything else you want to add?
I have a new single to radio. It's called Pick Me Up. Very excited about it. It's another song that I co-wrote, and lots of fun things to come this year. I will be going out on tour with another name. Cannot say who, but it will be announced very soon, and I'm very excited about it. So fun stuff to look forward to this year.
Thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you. Of course. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.